This Week with the Morning Q crew.
Q93 is Alexandria's #1 hit music station. The National Toy Hall of Fame revealed the 12 finalists for its 2024 class. And once again, favorite childhood toy illegal fireworks was robbed, Brandon.
What?
Was not put in there this year, but the finalists are the board games Apples to Apples and Sequence. I do enjoy Sequence. That's
Apples to Apples. That was what got us all interested in Cards Against Humanity. We played it as a kid. We thought this is fun. And then they said, hey, you know what? Now that you're all grown up, now you can use the crazy version of this game.
The card game Phase 10. The Pokemon trading card game. That's right, Pokemon, one of the finalists. I think that one's got to get in quick right away. Right, Brendan?
It's got to get in there pretty fast, man.
Choose Your Own Adventure game books. Hess Toy Trucks. My Little Pony. I think that's another one that's got to get in there quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
My Little Pony. It's classic. Remote control vehicles. The Stick Horse, a.k.a. Hobby Horse. Trampolines. I mean, that's not a classic, a trampoline. I mean, that should already be in the Toy Hall of Fame.
I don't know if I'd consider a trampoline a toy, but it's fitting. It's such, it is the precipice of childhood fun.
Let me tell you something, Brendan. If the coloring book can get into the Toy Hall of Fame, then a trampoline can.
Oh, absolutely.
Transformers, you'll be excited about that one, aren't you?
Dude, Transformers rock, dude.
And plain old balloons. Believe it or not, a balloon is considered a toy. It's not in the Hall of Fame yet. The winners will be voted on by toy industry experts, plus public voting can take place at museumofplay.org throughout this week. 3 of the 12 toys, that's it. 3 of the 12 we just mentioned will wind up getting inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame, and they'll be announced in November. So, Brandon, if you had to pick 3 of the 12, who you put into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, man, I have no clue.
What? Okay, I'll do mine. Pokemon. I'm going to say Pokemon, probably My Little Pony, and then I'm going to say Sequence. Those are my 3.
I like the Pokemon pick. The Pokemon pick is a really good one. I think that one has to be in there. Transformers could always be in there. And I don't know what my 3rd would be, Josh.
You don't know what your
Maybe the
third would
trampoline.
Be? Maybe the trampoline.
Why not? Give me a reason why not.
Trampolines are fun, man.
They
I had
are.
a good time
Very
playing
fun.
wrestling on the trampoline with my cousins.
There you go. And as a young person, I can say this confidently. Social media is very addictive, and you can kind of talk about it like it's a drug for our generation. You just can't stay off of it. It's hard. I'll find myself, I'll delete a social media, and then a couple days later, I've got it back on my phone. There's some social medias I've been able to kind of apart myself from. I don't need them as much. But then there's other ones where it's like, oh man, I'm probably going to download that again in a couple days. And one of those is TikTok. And a poll found almost half of Gen Z, they actually wish TikTok had never been invented, so they never could have gotten hooked. And I am in agreement. I wish that I never got hooked on this. It's awful. It's like, I'm talking about it like I'm addicted to a drug right now. But for real, I'm hooked, Josh. I can't get away from it.
And it's designed to make you addicted to it.
It's designed to make me stupid is what it's designed to make me. It just video after video, burning brain cells, making me stupider by the moment.
You know what though? I've never been addicted to TikTok. I actually don't care for it. And I feel abnormal, but yet maybe it's because I'm smarter than all of you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just more intelligent.
Out of all of the
doesn't get me.
possible options of what could potentially be going on, I think that's the least likely of all of the possibilities. But there's some other various apps and other tech things that Gen Z wish they'd never been exposed to, like the internet in general, social media
let's slow
in
down
general.
Now. Okay, let's not say the internet, because we'd have had to go to the library and actually do hardcore research and go to like databases.
Would that be so bad?
Like, we wouldn't have spelling checks and all that and translations. Like, let's not get crazy.
Would that be
online classes where you can cheat at home? Let's not get
Whoa,
crazy.
See, exactly, Josh. Would it be so bad? Social media in general is another answer. YouTube, Netflix, messaging.
I like YouTube.
Messaging apps like WhatsApp, smartphones. I'm in agreement. I don't like my smartphone, but I can't get rid of it, Josh.
Oh, it's ingrained in society, just like social media and TikTok and all that. It's hard to let it go because either you're addicted or it's part of your job. You can't really let it go. It's how it is, man. I actually hate when people send me like, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. I get that so much these days. Like, you scroll on your feed, it's video after video. I don't want to watch your stupid videos, man. I just want to see what's going on in the world and then get off of social media, keep up with family and friends. I don't want to watch all these choreographed videos that are fake. That's just me.
And then the last 5 answers is X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. And then here's a last stat for you. 45% of Gen Zers claim they won't let their own kids have a smartphone until they're at least in high school. I'm one of those people that if I have an opportunity to keep the technology away from my kids for a longer period of time, I hope to do so. Granted, I don't have any plans to have kids anytime soon, but I got technology in my hand pretty early on, and look at how I came out. I'm kind of dumb as a doornail.
I would also wait until my kid was pretty much older. I was pretty older when my parents let me have my first phone, but it wasn't a smartphone either, you know? So times have changed. I see kids now with tablets, and they're at the dinner table at restaurants, and they're playing on their phones, and it's wild out there. Let us know what you think about TikTok and all this social media stuff. Are you sick of it? Do you like it? Are you addicted like Brandon? Are you dumb like Brandon? 318-473-0093. You can also send us a message, ironically, to talk about this subject through social media. We're on all the socials, Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. You know, you shouldn't judge people too quickly or over one little thing. That said, what's a mispronounced word that immediately makes you think that person's dumb? Someone asked Reddit.
Whenever you say
answers.
farm, you say farm, form,
or horse, I know.
Horse, farty. Yeah, I think this is just a segment about you, Josh.
Pretty much. So here's the top 10 for you according to Reddit. Irregardless. That sounds dumb, but it is in the dictionary.
I'm glad you were able to pronounce that one. This is going to be embarrassing for you if you
I actually
can't
pronounce all of these.
Okay.
I say that, and I'm totally not going to say all of them correctly, but basically, supposedly.
Supposedly, Josh.
Yes.
Come on.
No, it's when people say supposedly, but you're supposed to say supposedly. It's not a blee, it's EDLY.
Yeah, you're not doing too great right now. You're not doing too hot at the moment.
Well, supposedly is a word, but it's not what you mean. The definitions are slightly different. So, library, as in library. I used to have teachers that'd be like, "It's a library, not a library," and they wouldn't let you go to the library until you said it's a library. So I know how to say that one.
Okay.
Fajitas with an R. Fajitas, or a J. Fajitas.
Fajitas would be what you're looking for.
Yeah, fajitas or fajitas. That was a character on Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta. Dressed up as him for Halloween at church one time. That went over well.
Of course you did.
Nuclear, as in nuclear. That's probably the most common one on the list. People struggle with nuclear. Anything that starts with an ES sound, but you make it an X sound. Escape. Right? Espresso.
But it's escape or espresso.
Exactly.
Right.
Quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Quesadilla. I've heard people say quesadilla before, and I'm like, what are you doing?
That sounds like an animal. Like
right?
Armadillo's cousin or something.
Does not sound correct, I'll tell you that much.
This one is tough. Chipotle. I don't even know
if it's just Chipotle. A lot of people, they'll say chipotle.
Yeah.
It's just stupidity at its highest.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Some people.
Chipotle.
They say Chipotle.
You can't even say.
It's a tough one. I just recently learned how to say that one. For a while, I was like, oh, God, I hate that word. Specifically. Yeah. Specifically. People struggle with that. Like specifically. And lastly, frustrated. Frustrated. Oh, maybe I'm saying that one wrong. I'm frustrated.
It's frustrated.
I'm frustrated.
Frustrated.
I didn't say that right.
No, you said frustrated.
I'm frustrated.
Frustrated. There you go. Now you're getting it.
Oh, you're starting to pick hairs here.
No, Josh, you're just saying it wrong.
Okay, well, it is the number one word that we say incorrectly for a reason, Brendan. And I say it wrong. I apologize for that. Any of these you struggle with? Or you have any fun stories about? Kind of like the library one? Library. 318-473-0093. You can also slide in our DMs at Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. We'll be right back.
And we've been promised flying cars for about 100 years now, Josh. Everybody's always grown up hearing about, in the future we're going to have flying cars going through the sky. But is anyone actually working on it? Well, actually, a robotics team in South Korea is developing something called a palantrone. It's supposed to be an improvement on a shopping cart that can go over any kind of terrain, including up and down stairs. The current version of the palantrone isn't that smart, and it doesn't have to be a basket. It's stable enough to be more like a table, but a human still has to control this, Josh.
Why would your shopping cart need to go upstairs?
Just in case, Josh. I mean,
there's no
how else are you
going to
get the stuff up the stairs?
Have you been to a Walmart that has 2 stories?
Well, this is something that can go home with you. It's not like it's just going to be at the store. It's probably something that can go home with you.
Wow.
So the human still has to control it. There's a handle on the front like a normal shopping cart, and you exert force to direct it. We're assuming it requires a lot less effort than an actual cart. And if people leave the cart in the middle of a parking lot, it'll remain stationary at least until it runs out of batteries. Speaking of that, there's also a solution to the battery life problem, Josh. They're working on a docking system that allows one palantrone to change the battery of another in flight. Now, these won't be showing up at your local Target anytime soon. I hate to break your heart, Josh. They're still in the early testing phase where the carts are only holding about 7 pounds of cargo, which is less than a gallon of milk.
What happens if the battery dies out when it's up in the air? Does it just fall down?
I don't think it's like in the air super high. I think it's kind of like maybe hovering, perhaps. Since there aren't many stores or parking lots that require you to go up and down steps, you may be hoping that this is something that could carry your bags up the steps to your apartment, but that probably isn't realistic, so I stand corrected, Josh. The developers say they believe this will be more practical for commercial and industrial use rather than residential. Obviously, this isn't a finished product, so who knows what it may eventually be able to do, but we're one step closer to those flying cars, Josh.
You know, it's going to be a long time before we see that. Not just because the technology and the stores implementing and all that, but just because where we live. I'm just starting to get delivery. I'm just realizing that, Walmart delivers to where I live now. They're about to roll it out. I saw the Ville Platte Walmart posted a link yesterday. They're like, we're about to expand our areas for delivery. And I got word that Pine Prairie, they now get deliveries from Walmart.
And you were all hyped up, weren't you?
I'm like, heck yes. I don't even have to go to the pickup anymore.
They
just
let's go.
Bring it to my house.
Let's go.
That's it, man. Brandon, since yesterday, you've been talking about these purple apples. There's no such thing as purple apples.
Well, you may be right, Josh. I may have been a little bit misleading. So there's been some fake news on social media, which can be deceptive and it can be dangerous. And now it can be delicious, Josh. Some images have been going viral online showing new purple apples. They have vibrant purple skin, purple flesh, and some crazy people online are so hooked, they've been desperately trying to track them down. The post says the purple apple originates from Saskatchewan, Canada, thrives in its chilly climate, boasts a flavor profile reminiscent of cinnamon and banana, and they go by the nickname Canadian grapes. It also says they're prized ingredients in the creation of purple applesauce, celebrated by indigenous Saskatchewan peoples, and embody the rich tapestry of Saskatchewan's cultural and culinary heritage. The problem is, Josh, is that, like you said, they don't exist. The images are AI generated, and the stuff about thriving in chilly climates and rich tapestries is nonsense. Orchard and nurseries up in Saskatchewan say they have been getting calls about the purple apples from apple enthusiasts online who were duped. One local horticulturist says, quote, "It looks amazing, it would be so fun, but unfortunately, it's not real." Usually the people who ask feel a little bit silly that they thought it was real in the first place. This is something that I saw coming, Josh. I want to say it was about 6 or so months ago. I was sitting in my bed. It was a weekend.
That purple apples would be
No, hear me out. So I was sitting at home. It was a weekend, and I was scrolling through Facebook early in the morning, and for some reason, my Facebook feed was flooded with artificial intelligence generated images, and I was just scrolling by them, but then I noticed all of the reactions they were getting. I remember there was this one, and it was this little artificial intelligence created boy holding a wooden turkey. And I guess they used ChatGPT to create a story for this. And so it's like this little boy carved this turkey with his own hands, and it took him hours and hours. And the reactions on Facebook was hundreds of thousands of people, and they're all like, this is so amazing, this is so cool, all of this. And that's just because some people don't know how to spot AI whenever they see it. Some of us younger people, we can say, okay, that's artificial intelligence. And it's only getting harder to tell.
Yeah, once it gets better, it'll be even harder to tell.
Right. But some of the older people, I hate to say it, they have a harder time picking up on it at first. And I kind of saw this coming. These apples, I think this is just another brick in the wall of the long history of what's going to be.
Another brick in the wall.
Listen, man, I can make music references. This is an entertainment show. Come on, man.
I was with someone recently, and they were like, they were showing me a picture on their news feed, and it was Jeff Landry, our governor, with the LSU Tiger. And I don't know if the person that was showing it to me thought it was real or not, but I was like, yeah, that's AI. You know, it was fake. And the person was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, he's not really standing with the Tiger of LSU.
Gotcha.
Anyway, you gotta be careful out there. It's hard to tell the difference between real and fake sometimes, especially on the internet, which is super scary.
If you are off of the market, consider yourself lucky because you don't have to deal with all the yap trappers out there.
Yap trappers.
According to a new poll by Plenty of Fish, it's one of the top dating trends to expect next year. So here are the top 5. Number 5 is sticking, which is pursuing someone after looking past an initial ick. Hence, icking. So the ICK, yep, or someone superficial you don't like. So
I like it.
36% of people admit to have stayed with somebody that gave them an ick, but they went ahead and stayed with them anyways.
I mean, don't we all have some kind of
We all
ick?
have some type of ick.
Nobody's
we all do.
perfect.
Absolutely. Thanks, Hannah Montana.
Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it.
Not how the song goes.
Again till I get it. Well, it's been
Not how the song goes.
It's been quite a minute since I watched Hannah Montana.
Being smutton, which is when you fantasize about things from movies or TV shows happening in real life. 33% of people have done it. 40% of women and only 28% of men.
That's not good. That's like half
Grim
me
keeping.
and my girlfriend's conversation.
Oh, no.
Pop culture.
Oh my goodness. Grim keeping, which is bonding with someone over your darker side or shared dislikes. 28% have bonded over mutual hatred before. Dude, that's my favorite. I love grim keeping. I love talking about things that I don't like, and then somebody else is like, dude, I don't like that either. And then we can talk about how much it sucks.
You know, I feel like a lot of the world's like that. I think that's why, like, on YouTube and social media, hate gets more clicks and views because people are looking to be fed that outrage, that hate, that dislike. People like to hear about that. They don't want to hear anything good or just commentary. They want to talk about what they hate, and you're one of those
Grim
people.
keeping.
Yeah.
Freak matching. This is all over this is all over TikTok.
Really?
Which is connecting with someone over shared quirks or general weirdness. 39% have experienced it. Is somebody gonna match my freak? That's what they always say.
How about that for a dating profile? I know they have my fet life, maybe my freak life.
Oh my goodness.
Huh?
And then number 1 is yap trapping, which is when someone just talks about themselves on a date and doesn't ask questions. 49% of singles have dated a yap trapper before. Josh, have you dated a yap trapper?
No, I wouldn't call that a yap trapper. I call that just a selfish person. Very, conceited.
There you go.
So that's cool. At least we're ahead of the curve on the dating trends that's coming around the corner, Brandon. I like it. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Week 4 of the National Football League kicks off tonight. Amazon Prime Video. The Cowgirls are taking their pathetic selves to New York.
Tonight, that's what they're doing. They're doing that tonight. But before we get into that, how about we do a little recap of last week? Neither of us had great weeks last week. Josh, your overall record is 25-23. My overall record is 22-26.
That's not good, Brandon.
And so, Josh, last week you finished 6-10 with your picks. I finished 7-9. So I made up a game on you last week. But this week, this is going to tell a lot.
Tough week.
This is a tough week, Josh. We have 6 different picks this week. So this could be a big swing in momentum for either of us. Tonight, we're both rolling with Dallas, but tomorrow, well, I guess Sunday, not tomorrow, Atlanta versus New Orleans. I told you, Josh, I was spoiled my pick yesterday. I'm picking against the Saints. I am too. Every time I pick for the Saints, they lose, and every time I pick against them, they win. I'm good with picking against them and losing that game because I'm a Saints fan. So I'm going with Atlanta. You're also going with Atlanta.
I
Also,
was high on the Saints until last week, and then it looked like the old Saints. And plus, Eric McCoy ain't coming back
He's
for
not coming
6 to 8
back.
weeks, and then Kamara apparently hasn't practiced this week with some injuries. So I ain't taking the Saints.
yeah, it's not looking good for us. The Los Angeles Rams and Chicago. I almost ran with Chicago on this one, but we're both rolling with the Rams.
Yeah.
Minnesota and Green Bay, the 3-0 Minnesota Vikings versus Green Bay, who might be getting Jordan Love back. There's no telling what's going to happen in that game.
I think it ends for the Vikings this week.
It might. You're going Green Bay. I'm going Minnesota. Pittsburgh and Indiana. We're both rolling Pittsburgh. Denver and the New York Jets. Denver looked good last week, but we're both rolling with the Jets.
That's because Sean Payton has the Bucs number.
He does. Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. We're both rolling with Philadelphia. Cincinnati and Carolina. Even though Carolina came out in a big fashion last week, we're still rolling with Cincinnati, saying they're going to get their first win against the Carolina Panthers. Jacksonville and Houston. If you're picking Jacksonville, you're crazy. Jacksonville looks awful this year. You got to roll with Houston. Washington and Arizona. Josh, you really liked Jaden Daniels this week.
I liked what I saw.
You liked what you saw. You're rolling with Washington. I'm rolling with Arizona. New England and San Francisco. I could easily see this game being a little bit of an upset. San Francisco didn't look great last week, and New England, they've got that
So
head
who you
coach.
going with?
We're both going. We're both going with San Francisco, but I'm telling you, that game could come to bite both of us in the rear. Cleveland and Las Vegas. You're rolling with Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders, which I respect because I love Gardner Minshew, but I'm rolling with Cleveland this week. Kansas City and the Los Angeles Chargers. We're both rolling with Kansas City, of course. Buffalo and Baltimore. You're going with the MVP frontrunner right now, Josh Allen. And I'm going with Baltimore, saying, hey, Baltimore's desperate. They've got to get a win if they want to stay in this race. And I know it's early season, but this is a desperate time for them right now.
One of the bigger surprises of the season is Baltimore.
They're really, but Derrick Henry, they're finally giving him the ball. They're starting to get rolling. They're finding out that dynamic between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I like Baltimore in this game. Tennessee and Miami. You're rolling with Miami. I'm rolling with Tennessee.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick Miami, but I don't know. I didn't want to pick Tennessee either. To be
Right.
honest with you.
Nobody wants to pick either in that game. Seattle and Detroit. You're rolling Seattle. I'm rolling Detroit. So there's our picks for this week. Once again, Josh is 25-23. I'm 22-26. This week is going to tell a lot.
It's going to be a tough week. And I tell you what, there's some teams that haven't won a game yet. If they don't win this week, Brandon,
Might be over.
it might be over. If you need a pick-me-up before the early NFL game, Sunday is National Coffee Day. And here's a few ways to score a free cup. See what I did there? Score a free cup.
I like that.
Score.
I like that. That was good.
Krispy Kreme has free coffee Sunday with any purchase. So if you're going to church, want some D-nuts, you can purchase your D-nuts and you get a free cup of coffee.
Even if you're not attending church, you could still do it.
Yeah. But it's probably better if you attend church, right?
Hey, man. I don't disagree, but I'm not going to tell somebody how to live their life.
They've also got a buy one, get one deal. But buy a dozen donuts, rather, get a second dozen for just $2. $2. I'm not crazy about that one as much as the, buy a dozen donuts, get a free cup of coffee.
Fair enough.
Because I typically buy like the milk or something to drink with the donuts.
Okay, because you're a big kid.
Well, no, you got to have something to wash down the D-nuts. I mean, you can't just be choking on the D-nuts,
You choke on D-nuts all the time.
Dunkin' Reward members can get a free medium coffee with any purchase at all. You can buy one little donut and you get a free cup of coffee. How about that? Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf has a buy one, get one free deal. Pete's is giving out small cups of coffee, no purchase necessary. I don't like how they say small cups, Brandon. That's probably going to be like a 4-ounce cup of coffee.
It's more coffee than you'd have if
True.
it wasn't National Coffee Day.
True. Keurig is having a 20% sale off all their coffee pods on their website if you use the code COFFEEDAY in all caps. So that's pretty good. Take advantage of that.
I don't have a Keurig. I kind of gave up on that trend. I like making a full pot of coffee. I think I don't know, it just feels nice to make the pot of coffee rather than pushing a button and then it spewing into the cup and all that kind of stuff. I like the slow drip. I like the old school fashion.
I kind of agree with you. I have one that was passed down from my family that didn't use it, but I don't use it. I kind of got freaked out when I opened it up and I saw how nasty it was inside. Like there was a bug laying in the water reservoir thing. I was like, ugh. So I kind of like the
Sounds like somebody needs to clean their home.
No,
There was a bug in it, Josh?
Yeah, it was like a little fly.
You nasty
Fly or like a
dog,
mosquito.
dude. You got a nasty house? You got bugs in your house?
But I'm like you.
Come on, dude.
I preferred the old school coffee pot, slow drip, make the whole house smell. I don't know. That's just me.
Right.
Anyway. Also, Wallet Hub did an annual ranking of its best coffee cities in America based on 12 factors, like coffee shops per capita. Brandon, Portland, Oregon, took the top spot. Those bastards. It was supposed to be Alexandria.
Gotta watch your mouth, Josh.
By the way, it knocked off San Francisco. It's now in second place. Here's the rest of the top 10. Seattle, Honolulu, Orlando, Tampa, Long Beach, California. New Orleans did make the list. That's because Cafe de Monde, mwah, chef's kiss. Those beignets and that chicory coffee.
I've always wondered what chef you are claiming is giving a kiss, because it's not you. You're not a chef.
Austin and then Miami, Brandon. I guess Seattle is the home of Starbucks, right? So
It is.
You know, and then New Orleans, like I said, Cafe du Monde. You can't beat that. You go to New Orleans, you got to have some beignets and some coffee. And if you missed it earlier, Sunday is National Coffee Day. We thought we'd caution you to not go overboard celebrating. So just how much caffeine is too much caffeine? Well, according to one cardiologist, caffeine consumption is safe up to a point for most people who don't have a heart condition. But you never know. You might have a heart condition, you just don't know about it yet.
That's true.
So you might want to be careful.
Got to be careful.
The American Heart Association and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration say that point is around 3 to 4 cups of coffee per day for most people, depending on the strength of your coffee. 3 to 4 cups is somewhere between 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine. To hit that level with other drinks, you need to drink 1 to 3 energy drinks, 4 to 5 cans of Coke, 10 to 15 cups of green tea.
But this isn't a competition, so you don't have to do that.
No. Just drink a little bit. Everything in moderation. But you know how strong my coffee is, Brad. So if they're saying, 3 to 4 cups based on how the strength is, I probably should only have this one little cup.
Listen, this is a little bit of TMI, but the coffee that Josh makes is so strong that there is a certifiable bathroom break in the mornings.
It makes the bowels move, baby. You ain't got to worry about being constipated when I'm making the coffee. Woo! Get you going.
I know that this question's probably going to fall flat on its face because I feel like I already know you don't ever make your bed. But whenever you do you tuck your sheet in at the bottom, or are you a non-tucker?
No, that thing hangs. It just hangs.
You let it hang?
It hangs low.
No, you can't do that. You got to tuck it in at the bottom. Make it nice, snug and tug. Snug like a bug. That's what they say whenever you're a kid and they're tucking you in.
The only time I make my bed is when
snug like a bug, Josh.
Wash the sheets and I first make it.
You don't like to be snug like a bug?
I am due to wash those sheets. It's time to wash them again.
Goodness.
But no, I don't want to tuck them in. I don't want to tuck anything in. I just want to let it hang.
A legitimate polling outfit asked 6,000 Americans about tuck or no tuck for your bed sheet, and people were twice as likely to say they do like a tuck. So, Josh, you're wrong. 46% prefer a tuck.
Won't be the first time.
And that
won't
includes 17% who also tuck in the side. I don't tuck in the side. You don't tuck in the side. You only tuck in the bottom.
You want it like the hotel rooms when you go to the hotel and you have to pull with
all
all your might to get the sheets out.
I just don't want it to be too hanging. I want it to be tucked in the bottom so that way I know that whenever I sleep, I'm going to roll once or twice. I'm going to kick my feet just a little bit. And that keeps the sheet on top of me rather than it just
falling off the bed.
And so just that little tuck at the bottom. The little tuck at the bottom. And I'm not saying you got to tuck your quilt. Some people, they may say you got to tuck the quilt too.
Something about the foot of the bed?
I'm talking at the foot of the bed, you got to tuck the sheet.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Oh, don't walk it back now.
No, I do.
No. You let things hang over there is what you said. You said I let it hang.
I thought you were talking about everything being tucked in so tight.
Nope, your team hang, I'm team tuck. You can't walk it back now. So only 23% said no tuck. Loser, Josh. 14% don't care, and 12% don't use a top sheet. I used to be in the non-top sheet kind of area. I didn't use the top sheet, but here recently, I've gotten a little bit more responsible, a little bit more grown, and now I'm using that top sheet. I'm tucking in the bottom. It also found a third of us have had to share a bed with someone who had a different tucking preference than we did.
Well, whoever's bed it is will have final say.
That's fair enough.
It's my bed. I tuck it like I want.
You don't tuck anything, Josh. You just got done claiming you like letting it hang. That's what you said. You said it just like that. I let everything hang. That's what you. No, run it back. Play it back.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
But if you're talking about the sheet, yeah, at the bed, that's how
You knew what I was talking about.
No, when I make my bed, like when I put the sheets on the bed after washing, I do tuck in part of it, or it wouldn't sit on the bed.
Hey, listener, do you see how flippy, floppy, wishy-washy Josh
what we're
is?
talking about. I'm a visual learner. I have to see visually what you were talking about.
If you're listening right now, you get it, right? You get it, right? Because Josh, I mean, you hear him.
I mean, it's probably hanging right now because I haven't made my
See,
bed
what
in
is
a while.
this? Come on, guys.
I don't know.
Y'all are on my team, I know.
All right, do you think this is actually rude, or is this person being overly courteous? Some etiquette expert came up with a list of public bathroom rules, Brandon, and one of them is never peek under a bathroom stall door to see if someone's in there. They say to knock politely instead or ask, is anyone in there? But is it actually rude to glance down and look at someone's feet? They also say never peek between the cracks in the door. I think that's good advice.
Yeah, don't be peeking through the cracks in the door. That's gross.
Other public bathroom rules they say we should follow here. No small talk with strangers. Don't choose a urinal right next to someone if there's another urinal available that has some space. And then, dear God, please flush. Brandon, I will say, I don't like.
Are you about to say you don't flush?
No, I'm saying I don't bend down and look to see if there's people in a stall, right? But I will look down and see if I see any feet to see it. Because sometimes the doors are shut, but yet there's no one in there. So you kind of look down.
With all the creepy things that people are into, I don't know if I'm comfortable with you looking for my feet, Josh.
I'm not looking for your feet. I'm looking for shoes. Like, is there anyone in there? And
but what if they don't have shoes on? Does that make you more happy?
I've never seen anyone with no shoes on in the bathroom. That would be
Hey, man, some
disgusting.
people get naked to go number 2.
What?
I've heard it.
What?
I'm telling you, some people do it.
In a public bathroom?
I would not be surprised.
I haven't run across that, but I can't stand some of those bathroom stalls where why do they have cracks in the bathroom stalls anyway? And some of them are huge. Like, I know when the few times I have to use the number 2, I'm sitting down in the stall and I can see the mirror through the crack in the bathroom. I know people on the outside can see me wiping my behind. Close those cracks, man.
You're giving everybody a show, Josh. Embrace it.
I don't like that. I try not to use public bathrooms like that. And I went to the Saints game last week, and I had to use the bathroom. They just remodeled the bathrooms. I was like, hey, let me go see what the new bathrooms look like too, right? There are so many people. Then I went during the game. Like, it was after halftime. The third quarter had already started. I was like, okay, people should be at their seats. No, there was a ton of people in the bathroom. And it was so awkward. They got all these people in the urinals, and I'm in between them, and I'm trying to pee, and they had this real tall dude. I'm like, man, he probably can see everything from
Whenever
up there.
duty calls, it calls. You can't stop the call for duty.
So, yeah, I wouldn't, bend over and look under the stall for feet, but you can just look. I wouldn't even talk to people. I wouldn't put anybody in there. You maybe do a courtesy knock, right?
Bathroom etiquette. You gotta be courteous.
Let us know what you think. 318-473-0093. You can also slide in your DMs at Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. Let's see what's going on in the world of entertainment and music news. The People's Country Choice Awards took place last night from Nashville, Tennessee. Morgan Wallen won the People's Artist of the Year, and then Album of the Year went to Luke Combs for Fathers and Sons.
Hoda Cobb is leaving the Today Show early next year. She says, quote, I had my kiddos late in life, and I was thinking that they deserve a bigger piece of my time pie.
Well, Billy Joe, he's not leaving. He's doing 5 stadium shows soon with Sting and Stevie Nicks.
Prince Harry, he made a surprise appearance on last night's Tonight Show, so make sure you check that out.
And Lance Bass of NSYNC opened up and said that he once overheard Diddy, who's kind of in the news lately for some things, trying to convince Justin Timberlake to leave NSYNC and go solo.
Hey,
now I really don't like Diddy.
PR tip to all of the celebrities out there that might be listening. If you have a story involving you speaking to Diddy or being around Diddy, keep it to yourself. Maybe not something you should be sharing, especially at this trying time.
You know, it's one thing to be raping women, but then you try to break up NSYNC.
What?
You try to break up NSYNC?
Okay.
What is wrong with you, Diddy?
That was bad. I don't know. Yeah, that was bad. Florence Pugh, she's going to be starring in a limited series for Netflix based on the John Steinbeck novel East of Eden, and Josh is going to be canceled by the end of the show.
I'm just joking, of course. It's all for goofs, gaffs, fun, and laughs.
Walk it back.
That's all the stories I got. For
That's
all
all
those
I've got.
stories and more, you can go to our website, day or night, Q93fm.com.
Thanks for listening to the Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss the best moments from the show each week.